this is part 2 of the 6x6 series. I'll show you yet another way to use 6x6 paper on your layouts. I have 7 photos for a 2-page spread. I'm Emilee, and you've found Emilee's Paper Caper, where we're all about scrapping our stash and getting pages done. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button and bell icon now. So this paper pad had 2 each of 18 papers. In part 1 of the series, I used 4 6x6 to create a background on each page for a total of 8 papers. This time we're going to do something different. We're going to cut papers into 3x3 inch squares to embellish the page. And I also want to use a couple of the pages whole as a embellished photo mat. So I'm going to pull out the 2 black or coal papers, and I'm going to use those as photo mats. So that means I've used a dozen of these 36 papers between part 1 and part 2. So we'll keep count and see if I can use all 36 of these papers. You saw me trim a couple of photos here. I want to make a photo mat and then either put a page title or embellish the photo mat. So we'll set the photos aside for now, and let's look at all the options for embellishing the background with 3x3 squares. Each 6x6 paper will make 4 squares. So I'm going to end up with 8. I would like to distress the edges. This is Faded Jeans, the color of distress ink that I have here. It's Faded Jeans. There's a lot of blue in the photos. We took photos at a brewery, and there's a lot of blue and yellow in the photos, so I thought that these papers in particular would complement my photos nicely. For the background, I'm using 2 brown cardstocks. And I've been thinking about all the different ways I could use the squares on the page. So I'm going to show multiple options, and then we'll decide which we want to go with. We can go with borders. We could do rule of thirds, where we put them on the top third and the bottom third. We could also do 4 corners. That might be cute. We could do bottom and top. Or we could do angles across the page to bring your eye across, or a V. Which do you think we should go with? I'm gonna do the rule of thirds, I think. But those are 4 quick options for you. You can just kind of play with it and see what you like. Now when I get these squares all adhered, it creates the background, but some of my photos may overlap and be on top of these squares, and I'm okay with that. We will see how it turns out. After I get these adhered, we will come in and work on the photos. I know I want to mat. I picked a couple of photos to mat. Our group photo, and then the girls. These photos are all taken to our recent trip to Nashville. And one day we went to this, it's kind of like a upcycle or reuse it type of bookstore, used bookstore. It was called McKay's. And then afterwards we went to the Tailgate Brewery and enjoyed a bite to eat. So I think I'll put some embellishments here. I do like hearts, and I'll use one of the papers here. I think that red one. I think I can do a page title here. So embellish here, page title here. What do we want the page title to be? I have some nice yellow stickers here that would go well, but I've got a lot of missing letters. We'll use the negatives of some of these letters. I'm gonna say cheers as the page title. E's are always one of the letters that I use first. So run out of E's. So sometimes you gotta get creative and be willing to use your letter stickers just a little bit differently. Let's see how this looks. Gonna need more hearts. Can journal right here. A couple of these photos I can trim down to save some space. We can crop them. 7 photos is a lot to get on a page. You know how I always am doing puzzles? Well, McKay's had this entire row. There were 5 shelves completely filled with puzzles. So I had a great time picking out a puzzle to buy. My husband took this photo. He was upstairs looking at the vinyl records. So he saw me in the puzzle aisle and decided to snap a photo, and I thought that was a lot of fun. Here's Audrey. She's looking for DVDs and games and books. It was a lot of fun to look. It was a huge, huge store. After we ate at Tailgate, the girls got this huge cookie dough shake. It was amazing. Okay, let's see. I kind of like how the photo mats are balanced on the page. There's one on the left and one on the right. The Tailgate photos are here. I think I kind of like it there. And then on this side are the photos at McKay's. I think I can trim these photos a little more and have them rest inside these squares, as the squares can then be a photo mat. So if these are 3 by 3 squares, the photos need to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. That'll be a nice way to, I want the puzzle sign, okay. There, I was careful to trim that so that the sign that says puzzles still shows. There we go, and you know that I'm gonna need some photo corners. I have some black photo corners. Those are gonna be perfect. All right, let's get everything adhered. So I've used 4 more pieces of paper from this 6 by 6 pad. Let's keep on scrapping, everybody.